Hi there, it's Donna from Taffy Crafting, and today I'm taking part in the Stamp Around UK video hop. And in the description bar below, if you just tap down there, there is a list of all of the participants in this video hop. So please have a look, see what everybody else has made, leave some comments, leave some thumbs up, and anyway, here we go. The theme for the video hop was winter birthdays, and I really struggled to think, what am I going to make? And what we still have just about still available is the Snowflake Splendor DSP. I've got a little bit of it left, literally bits and strips and things, but it's snowflakes, and I don't think snowflakes are always necessarily associated with Christmas, but they are associated with winter. I love that. Really, really love that. It's got some lilac in there, some green, a hint of blue, more snowflakes with that lovely lilac and blue mix going on in there. So they are still available until the 4th of January. You've literally got 4 days to get your hands on that. And there's a blog post that goes with this video, and I will leave a link to that blog post in the description bar, so you can go along there and see the products that are still available. Anyway, winter themed birthdays, or the theme is winter birthdays. So I've just gone for some blues. You know, today when we woke up it was very icy outside. I know some parts of the country here in the UK have had snow this morning. We didn't here in Wales, but I just thought I'd stick with kind of wintry colours. So I'm using a 5x7 card base. So I've got a piece of card that measures 10 inches by 7 inches, just scored on the long side at 5 inches, and we have a 10th fold card that's going that way. And I'm using a piece of, so this is Whisper White. In fact, it's not called Whisper White anymore. It's now called Basic White. And I also have a piece of Balmy Blue cardstock. This is from the Subtles range. And this measures 6 7/8 by 4 7/8. And I'm just going to stick that down with some glue. I use wet glue for this, just because as I'm getting older, my eyesight gets poorer and I can't always get things on centrally. So the wet glue gives me a little bit of wiggle room. This is an ideal card for somebody who, you know, perhaps wants something quite simple to make, just using some simple layering. So this is what I try and do with a lot of the cards I make, is just create some layers. A lot of card makers do that. Start to layer up the card. It just gives the card a bit of dimension. The next thing I've got is some of that lovely paper, and this measures, let me think what this measures, 4 5/8 by 6 5/8. It was just to give, what I wanted to do was just to give a bigger border around the paper. Now I'm looking at that and thinking, do I want to use that? Oh, this happens all the time. Just before I splodged my glue on there, I actually think I prefer that to that. If you've watched my videos before, you know that I change my mind partway through a video. Oh yes. Didn't notice that before. So some wet glue on that. So it is New Year's Day. I hope you have had the most amazing Christmas, as amazing as we can get it. It has been a weird one, hasn't it? The first year that I haven't had my children on, you know, around the dinner table. I just got to see them in stages this year. So one of them came for breakfast, one came just before lunch, one came in the afternoon. And, you know, we've tried to stick to our Christmas rules as much as we could, as heartbreaking as that's been, but there we are. So I hope your Christmas was as nice as you could have got it. I know for some people it's been extremely difficult. And I just want to wish you a very, very happy new year, and let's hope that this year is going to be a darn sight better than the last one. So I don't think necessarily looking like a Christmas card. Some of you might be looking thinking, that's a Christmas card, Donna. No, it's not going to be. Why are snowflakes associated with Christmas? It's purely because it's winter. And I've got some glimmer paper here. This is the blue glimmer paper. I think it's actually called, I'm just checking, I think it's actually called shimmer paper. Yeah, it's not, it's balmy blue glimmer paper, changing the name of it. This also is still available, but only until the 4th of January. So if you want to get your hands on that, I think it's still available. I know some of our things were selling out. This is still available. And I'm going to just stick that with wet glue in the middle. Try and get that central. And then also from that paper, oh, just let you know what I cut this out of. I cut these out using the layering circle dies, and the layering circle dies have 8 scalloped edged circles, and let's see if you can get one, and 8 plain edge circles, and I've used a scallop edge for these. These are a great tool to have in your craft stash. I wouldn't be without these now. I used to be all for punches. That's what I would use all the time. Now I'm getting these out more often than the punches. They are a considered purchase because you do need to have the die cutting machine with it as well, which, you know, we sell those as well. So it is something to consider, but they're a good basic tool to have in your craft store. So cut one of those out, and then I've cut, because I wanted to show off quite a lot of that glimmer paper. I've got a smaller circle, but that shows off enough of that glimmer paper. And again, I'm just going to stick that down with glue. If you didn't have wet glue like that, you could use dimensionals, you could use tear and tape, you could use the stamp and seal. So I'm just going to put that to one side for a moment because I've got another circle here that I've cut using a smaller scalloped die, and I'm just going to stamp on that. So I've taken the, nothing to do with winter birthdays at all, but I've got the Timeless Tulips stamp set, and I've taken this Happy Birthday, and I'm going to stamp that in balmy blue. And hope that I get this right first time. It's already upside down. Get this right first time. And I want to stamp that right in the centre because I'm going to be putting some other things on here. Okay. And I want to put this onto here with mini dimensionals, which I did have in front of me just now. What have I done with those? Oh, they're there. I would not be without these. Most projects I make have got mini stamping dimensionals on them, and I pick these up with tweezers just because that's how I roll. And if you watch me regularly, you know that I'm really, really frugal with these. That's all that's getting. I love watching other crafters on YouTube, and when I see them use loads of stamping dimensionals, I can't watch. There's nothing wrong with that, I'm not criticising, but I am really, really frugal with these. And just going to line that up. I want to get that as central as possible. Now, I'm using the the bloom punch. I've forgotten now what it's called. I just think it's called a small bloom punch. Just a little flower, just to make this less Christmassy. What the plan is. I'm just going to bend those petals up a little bit, and I just want to place them, decide first where I'm going to put them. So I want to put 2 there. I don't want to cover up that. I want to put that, yeah, that's better. And then I'm going to put 1 in each corner as well, and I'm going to mount these also using mini dimensionals like that. So let's get those on. And you know, some people, they like a bit of bling, don't they? So if the recipient of this card was somebody that really liked some bling, I think they would love this. And, oh, I left that behind. Let's put that on there. And one more thing, because obviously there's not enough bling on that already, is there? I've got some rhinestones, so I just take those off with a pair of tweezers, and I'm just going to stick a couple of these, not too many, because we don't want it too blingy, do we? Just a few of those about, and I think I'm just going to put 1 on there. I think 1 more would be overkill. And there we are. A wintry birthday. So I'm hoping that's not really too much on the Christmas theme. So I hope you liked it. Please head over to the description bar, click on the next person that's in this blog hop, and I hope to be with you again soon with another project. See you then. Bye bye.